The room was quiet, except for the soft sound of rain against the window. The air felt heavy, filled with something unspoken. I could feel his gaze on me, calm, steady, waiting. He had been patient for a long time, but tonight something in his eyes had changed. I turned slightly, meeting his stare. There was a warmth there that made my heartbeat stumble. I smiled, a small gesture that said more than words. He took a slow breath, stood up, and crossed the room. Before we continue, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It's free and helps more than you think. Now let's begin. His hands rested lightly at my waist. Not possessive, just certain. The closeness between us carried a quiet electricity. Not wild, but deep and steady. Every breath, every subtle movement filled the space with a kind of calm. Tension neither of us wanted to break. "Don't stop," I whispered, not because of fear, but because I didn't want the moment to fade. He smiled softly, pulling me closer until I could hear the rhythm of his heartbeat. For a while, we simply stayed there. Two people caught between silence and something beautiful. But then a stillness settled in, the kind that hides a question beneath it. "You're quiet," I said, looking up at him. He gave a small laugh. "Just thinking?" "About what?" I asked, tracing my finger over his hand. There was a pause. Small, but enough to make me curious. "About what comes next," he said finally. And in that instant, I knew this moment wasn't just about what we felt. It was about what we hadn't said yet. Something waited just beyond the quiet. For a few minutes, silence filled the room like a soft heartbeat. I could still hear the rain outside, steady and calm, but inside everything felt different. His words stayed in my mind, about what comes next. I looked at him again. His expression had changed, thoughtful, a little distant. I could tell something was on his mind, something he hadn't said. "You're hiding something," I said quietly. He smiled, the kind that almost reaches the eyes, but not quite. "Maybe," he murmured. "Or maybe I'm just not ready to tell you yet." That answer didn't calm me. It only made me wonder more. I moved to the window, brushing the curtain aside. The city lights blurred in the rain, colors melting together. Behind me, I could feel him watching. "I thought we promised no secrets," I said without turning around. "We did," he replied, voice low. "But some things are better told at the right time." I turned back, searching his face. "And when will that be?" He stepped closer, his reflection merging with mine in the glass. "Soon," he said. "Just trust me." Something about his tone made my chest tighten, part comfort, part warning. When he finally reached out, his fingers brushed mine, and even that small touch felt different, gentler, cautious. I wanted to believe him, but a quiet voice in my head whispered that something was changing between us. That night, as I lay awake beside him, I caught the faint sound of his phone buzzing. He reached for it too quickly. Screen turned away from me, I said nothing. But the thought wouldn't leave my mind. Who was he texting at midnight? And why did he look relieved when he thought I was asleep the next morning? Sunlight crept through the curtains. He was already awake, standing by the window, phone in hand. I watched quietly for a moment before speaking. "You're up early," I said. He turned, smiling, but his eyes seemed far away. "Couldn't sleep much," he replied. I sat up slowly. "Is something wrong?" He hesitated, then shook his head. "Just work, nothing to worry about." But I noticed the way he avoided my eyes, the small details that didn't match his calm voice. He placed the phone on the table face down, like he didn't want me to see the screen. After breakfast, he left for a meeting, or at least that's what he said. A part of me believed him. Another part didn't. By afternoon, curiosity got the better of me. His phone had been ringing all morning. Silent vibrations against the wooden table, one call. Then another. The same number, no name. I told myself not to look. But my hand moved anyway. Just one glance, I thought. Just to breathe easier. The name on the screen made my heart skip. It wasn't saved, but I recognized the area code, the same city he said he hadn't visited in years. The phone buzzed again. I let it ring. When he came home later, everything about him felt off. The way he smiled too quickly. The way his voice softened a little too much, as if to hide something behind it. Over dinner, I decided to ask, "Who keeps calling you?" He froze for just a second, the pause almost invisible. "No one," he said with a small laugh. "Spam calls. You know how it is." But I did know. And it wasn't that night, when he finally fell asleep, I picked up his phone again, my hands shaking. This time I didn't stop myself. And what I saw made my breath catch. The room was quiet, except for the soft rhythm of his breathing beside me. My heart pounded as I stared at his phone screen, the light glowing in the dark. It wasn't what I expected. No name, just a message. "We need to talk. You can't keep this from her." For a long moment I couldn't move. The words blurred in my vision, and a chill ran through me. I looked at him, asleep, calm, peaceful, and felt a storm rise inside me. Morning came slowly. The air felt heavier than usual. He smiled like everything was normal, kissed my forehead, and said he'd be back soon. I just nodded, pretending not to know. When the door closed, I sat on the edge of the bed, holding my phone in my hands. A part of me wanted to believe him, to wait, to trust. But another part whispered that maybe the truth was already here. I just hadn't faced it yet. Hours passed. The sky turned gray. I decided to go out. I needed air. But as I reached for my jacket, the sound of his phone vibrating again stopped me. Another message. Same number. She deserves to know the truth. My chest tightened. The truth about what? By the time he returned that evening, I had already made up my mind. We need to talk, I said, my voice steady. He froze in the doorway, his smile fading. About what? You tell me, I said quietly, sliding his phone across the table. About her. About the messages. For a moment, he said nothing. The silence between us felt endless. Then he sighed, running a hand through his hair. It's not what you think, he said finally. It's someone from my past. Someone who knows something. About me. About before us. My throat tightened. Then why hide it? Because I was scared, he said softly. I didn't want my past to ruin what we have now. I looked at him, really looked, and for the first time, I saw the truth in his eyes. Not guilt, not lies, just fear. Outside, the rain began again, soft against the windows. I didn't know what the message truly meant, or what he was hiding. But in that moment, one thing was clear. Love can survive many things, but it always demands honesty. And sometimes the truth doesn't destroy what's real, it reveals it.